It's 9 o'clock. You please stand and join me and say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone. Go right into our miscellaneous motions. I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes of Monday, May 18, 2026 as written.
So moved.
Second.
Parker moved, McCurry seconded.
I will abstain because I wasn't here.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? And one abstention, so it passes 4-0-1. Have a motion to authorize and direct the chairman to sign the Coffee County payroll notice for Ty Steffens, sheriff, intern, new hire, temporary, wage classification 5-1, wage $15.96, effective May 11, 2026.
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
Curry moved, Amadraw seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0. And we have entertain a motion to authorize and direct the chairman to sign the Coffee County payroll notice for Ken Wayner, Lake Patrol Coordinator. It's a promotion, step change, grade change, wage classification from 10-3 to 25-1, wage from $16.80 to $19.32, effective May 16, 2026.
Does anybody know what's going on here with such a big jump?
I don't have any idea.
This person hasn't been employed a year yet.
Do I?
Hasn't been employed a year.
Just,
I guess they're moving him to Lake Coordinator, I guess, is the way I read it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I read. I mean, I thought that's what Tom's job was, coordinating
He's over that. I mean, he has people under him that do that. He's not out there as a.
Tom will be in a little bit later on the agenda. We can save this and ask him about that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. Connie and Kara, you're both in here. Do we have a motion to approve a contract with UR Solutions? I think the main, mine disappeared off my screen. But I think we just had a question what that is all about and what will it do for the county, I guess, or
The last time we did this was in 2010. They've updated, the last time they updated the LiDAR was 2018, and this is kind of like sharpening up the areas where there was bad imagery.
Is-
It just goes in.
Is it used?
Yes, we use it daily.
You know, how?
We use it, sheriff's office uses it, the public uses it around.
We can't do this in-house?
We have a
Karen?
contract with him.
You can't do it?
No.
Because a lot of this information that you've got can be found online and through the state of Kansas, free.
Yeah, the data's free, but to get it cleaned up and everything, Barney's
The
the one
last
who
time
does
we've
it.
done it was 2010, and we had a contract with him every year.
so it's been 16 years since it's been cleaned up.
You say you've had a contract with them every year, though? Is that, did I hear you say that?
For stuff that comes up, he helps us out, but this year he has not done since 2010.
I see, but
He's
you
been
have done
helping
it.
us out since before I was there.
You have done it before,
Yes,
though?
yes, in 2010.
Okay.
So this is just updating everything. Have any other questions for Connie? So basically, you see this, I mean, it's something that needs to be done, in your opinion?
Yes.
And
Carl uses it on a daily basis, floodplain, and we use it daily, yeah.
I talked with Carl, and I didn't get that impression.
He comes to me at least 2 or 3 times a week for something done, yeah. But he doesn't use LiDAR, but he doesn't use elevation.
Because I asked him the cost of it, 'cause I thought that a lot of it could be done in-house.
The data's completely free, but
Yeah. But it'll update where you can pull it off there.
Is that what it does?
what'd you say?
What'd you say?
I said I use her mapping every day.
The
I mean,
shading,
that's when
LiDAR?
when I produce a floodplain map for you.
Yeah, I get her floodplain map constantly.
But you need to have them updated every month or week or whatever.
For USDA, I have to have it pretty much as accurate as I can have it, yeah.
This isn't updating it this is a one-time thing, and we have not had it done since 2010.
I can see if it's a technical problem where you can get the updating the systems where you can get that. I'm all right with that, but some of the stuff could be done in-house. And it,
Most
like
of
you
it
said,
is
the
done.
information is free.
Yeah. We do most of it in-house. This is a contract thing that we've done. Like I said, we haven't done it since 2010.
Is this an annual?
No, we don't.
They only fly so many years, so they flew in 2010. They haven't, they flew 8 years later, so we haven't.
Any other questions? Thought I'd entertain a motion to approve the contract with UR Solutions, just URS, dated May 18, 2026, to create countywide 2-foot contour lines with elevation attribution and a countywide hillshade image from the 2018 LiDAR data for Coffee County in the amount of $3,750, and direct the chairman to sign the same.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, McCurry moved, Thompson seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for coming and explaining that.
Thanks, ladies.
Let's move to Lindsay. What do you have for us?
I have some lighting and landfill fees for you guys. 2. One you'll probably be pretty familiar with.
I am.
You are welcome.
Get my picture of her.
Just on a house.
Which is quite crazy.
Is it on the lake? I might want to rent it.
So, that first one there you see, it's in Waverly. There was a house fire there, a while back. Someone else purchased it. Now someone else is purchasing it. So it is owned by 3D Property, which is Jacob and Kristen Sutton. They're in Waverly. From what I've been told from the clerk, that property is now rezoned industrial, and there's a milling company there, and they're gonna tear that down and have a milling,
Put a building
a
there.
shed there for the milling.
Yeah, that house has been there for a couple of years now.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
When we would question why we saved it.
What kind of milling company are they gonna put in?
Perry Milling
It's Perry
Is-
Milling.
on the, what is that,
it
east,
feed
northeast?
milling?
They're
Yeah.
just, what they're going to do, I think, is put a building there.
Yeah,
for-
they told me it was gonna be
for-
a warehouse there for
Warehouse,
them.
I see.
And it'll really clean that place up.
Yes, yes it will. So that's my first one there.
Lindsay's giving you
Yeah, you're good.
for us.
Should be good to go for the first one.
You have,
Do you see it?
no, it's not on. Oh, just wait, Steve has it. Here it is. Okay, I'd entertain a motion to waive landfill fees for Jacob and Kristen Sutton, located at 203 Kelly, Waverly, Kansas.
I make that motion.
Curry moved, Parker seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 5-0.
And then my second one there is, 2 trailer houses, owned by Doug Custer out on 10th Road by Leroy. He is wanting to move back to the area and retire, and he wants to clean that place up and start putting a new building there, so.
I thought maybe it was a before and after.
I know. I asked him, I said, there's 2. He said, well, one of them I kind of pushed over.
This was the one where you give up.
Yeah, I'm actually good.
So he's gonna put a new structure there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good news.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion to waive landfill fees for Doug Trester, located at 1979 10th Road, Leroy.
I'll make that motion.
All second. Thompson moved, Peterson second. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor, say aye. Now, is there any discussion? Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
You need these back.
I don't, no, they're all yours, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
You have a great week.
Thanks.
Yeah. Go to our 9:05 appointment. We're a little bit late, but Melissa Landis from Powerhouse Ministries.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I killed enough trees this morning. All right, well, as most of you know, I am Melissa Landis, and I'm with Empower House Ministries, and I brought you several other handouts that we wanted to talk through. Long story short, want to talk about specifically special alcohol funds, but first let's catch up on where we're at. We started our women's house in 2022. That house has a capacity of 9. At this moment, it's got 8. It typically has 7 or 8 women there. Life skill clinics were started in fall of 2022 as well, where we are bringing together 3 to 4 different speakers to come in on a specific theme. Could be housing, could be budgeting, could be relationships, feeding them a light breakfast of donuts, a nice lunch, maybe chicken and Alfredo, something along those lines, door prizes, to really get them engaged. That's required for our residents, but it's also open to anybody in the general public that wants to come and learn about those things. Men's House was established in November of 2023, purchased, by the way, in February of 2024. And that house has a capacity for 10. For lately, I've been running a little bit low. I've only had 7 or so, but we're back up to a full house of 10, plus about 8 or so on the wait list. On page 3, there's some numbers and some stats. Quick refresher, 34 years of age, 72% have minor children that are often in the care custody of a friend, relative, whatever that might be. 19% of them do not have a high school education. 78% were unemployed, and I think that number's going to go up dramatically. Still work on the stats for last year, but probably closer to about 94% were not employed on a full-time basis. So 53% of them were improperly housed. As an example, I have a man and a woman that have been together, boyfriend, girlfriend. Their house was raided for drugs here about 3 weeks ago. They are living with no water and no electricity, and it's been that way for a long time. So both of them the males got about the right amount of clean time so they can come in. The female's only got about 7 days, and she's got to have 14 days clean time to come in. So she's working on getting that clean time. And then there's a little bit, obviously domestic violence goes along with it. Next page is where we start to look at criminal records, which I'm fascinated by that data. 78% have at least 1 felony. On average, our females have 3, our men have 4. The most felonies I've had in the house, right now I've got 2 men in the house that have 9 felonies, convictions. So they are in a heap of trouble. On average, about half of them are reporting to at least 2 different probation officers. So they are in a heap of trouble. Admissions, 14 days clean and sober. We switched insurance companies in January. Cannot have a registered violent or a sexual offender. We do look at sexual and violent offenses closely, but we also understand that domestic violence often comes along with addiction. So we're usually asking questions about the severity of that. We are doing interviews, but really it's about gauging their sincerity in pursuing their recovery. Page 5 is just pictures of the women's house showing you it's a normal house. Page 6 is a fresh new graphic I don't think I've shown you guys before, but it just kind of gives you an overview of what we're working on in goals. So as an example, last night I sat down with 2 men that have been with us literally for 3 and 6 days, whatever, it was, something along those lines, and started asking, what do we got to do to get an ID, right? Birth certificate, social security card, corrections face sheet, getting them on food stamps, because obviously that helps with minimizing food costs, getting a mental health intake, getting on meds, depending on their conditions. Sat down with one gentleman last night with the whole calendar, when's your PO appointment, right? Put all those things in there, and it's about getting them organized and kind of getting things together so that they're ready to move forward. And then the second part of that, phase 1, is in weeks 3 and 4. That's where we're looking to get them employed, getting a sponsor, looking at career development, parenting goals. Actually, one of the young men that I had last night, we talked about parenting goals. We talked about the option of getting him into family court. He's got kids that are, a child, that is in state custody, so he's working through St. Francis. And we agreed we're just kind of breathing for the moment, and maybe in a couple of weeks we'll start looking at whether he wants to consider family court. Phase 2, that's typically their second month. That focuses heavily, now they've got a job, what are we doing for a budget? How much court debt do we owe? Some of the success stories related to court debt is a man that came into the house right about a year ago, had 10 grand in court debt. All of his court debt is now paid except for about less than $300, right? And part of that's proper motions, part of that's paying. Medical debt was, in the same category, hooked him up with an attorney to deal with medical debt. So that's now taken care of. So, yes, sir.
Did you guys pay that, or did you get it written off?
Free attorney through Kansas Legal Services. So, and the motions, I've gotten pretty good at filing the motions, some of those motions, and getting that, it's just a form, right, fill it out, and that's on the court debt. So, it's really comprehensive across the board, and that's what I want you to see. Number one, I love money. I love working with people's budgets and finance. Sat down with 3 other women last night and actually did budget. So, it's also about what it looks like to obtain a driver's license. So one of the gentlemen that I've been working with pretty closely has not had a driver's license since '09. Should have a driver's license here in the next week or 2. And so it may sound, one of the other priorities, this is going to sound strange, but gentleman loves to go fishing. Hasn't had a fishing license as well for probably 20 years. He got a fishing license today, right? And so it's about bringing them into compliance in so many ways. And then that 3rd month in phase 3, it's really just kind of refining where we at budgeting. We're still practicing those skills, but we also go look at income tax. I've had people come into the house that have not filed taxes in 20 years. And so I've gotten pretty good at maneuvering through the IRS and the Kansas Department of Revenue to get those caught up. And then phase 4 is really, that's kind of the holding pattern. It means we've checked all our boxes, and now we're looking to the future. What do we want to get done before we leave, and what can we do this month? So maybe they want a $2,500 car. How much can we put away this month as we look towards moving forward? So, page 7 is...
One question. I mean,
yes, sir.
when we talked about driver's licenses and getting cars and stuff like that, do you also talk about the importance of having liability insurance?
They have to have insurance, yes, sir.
Because there's so many citations, it seems like, no insurance.
Right, and that's when we get into that budgeting piece. We'll be going through the insurance and what are the options for medical insurance too.
Okay,
'Cause that's a big piece.
awesome.
So it takes a lot of money for them to get out, get a house rented, or an apartment,
Right.
or whatever that may be. Is there any financial aid available for them to get started after they leave you, or?
It depends.
Is this cash flow, how does it
Yeah.
work for them?
It depends. If they came out of rehab when they came to us, corrections will oftentimes have security deposit and 2 months of rent. But a lot of them aren't coming out of rehab, right? So a lot of it boils down to grit and saving the money and having a plan.
So they're trying to do that while they're staying with you then,
Yes, sir.
and try to get the money ahead to get
Yep.
started?
Yep,
Okay.
and there is some, depending on their mental health, there is some funding sometimes available with Crosswinds that'll help with deposit, I think, in first month's rent, depending.
Well, I just hear so many people that once you get down, it's really hard to get your life going again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very important service. I mean,
Yeah, and like the driver's license we talked about, right? That one
Yeah.
particular gentleman, you know, we get in there, we find out what we need to do, we need to fill out paperwork from an accident that occurred, you know, well over a decade ago. Get all that paperwork filled out, and then they come back and say, oh, surprise, you have a 90-day suspension
yeah,
to serve. So serve that suspension, go back in to get everything. Well, surprise, you have to have birth certificate and social security card because of his previous ID issues. So got all that requested, went back in. He did pass the eye exam. I was like, phew. Then we're ready to take the written test, at which point they said he owed money to Nebraska for a reinstatement fee, and those funds were 20 years old. So now we got to backtrack, pay that money, then you can go do the written and the driving.
So how's that going to be paid out? I mean, how do you go about that being paid?
That's why he has a job. Okay? And this is,
And that was my next question, is he employed or?
Yep.
Oh,
yep, gainfully employed in a pretty good job. In all honesty, probably a job that he'll retire from. So,
Good.
where he's happy.
that's your success story, though.
Yeah.
Because these people need to get returned to society, or they end up in jail. I mean, one way or another, if you're walking around, you don't have any money, and
Yep.
first thing you know, bad choices are made.
Well, and like, I sat down with a 23-year-old male last night and did the first goal session, right? One of those boxes that we check is, are you interested in career development? He said, what's that? Right? And I said, that's where they ask you a couple questions, learn about you, your skills, your aptitudes, personality. And they may come back and say, sir, you'd make a fabulous nurse. Based on his income, Southeast Kansas Works has a program that would pay for his CNA class. Or maybe he's going to be a fabulous truck driver based upon their analysis. Depending on his income, they will pay for truck driving school for him. So, and that's part of looking ahead of going from a job, moving into a career, and starting to get the ball rolling as far as him thinking about the available options. Some of the other success stories, there's a guy at the house, I believe he's 35-ish. Actually, I had a male and a female that both graduated from Humboldt High School last week. So getting that GED, and there's
Great.
GED, but this is actually a physical high school diploma as opposed to a GED. So I had two that were celebrating graduation last week, which was really cool to see somebody 35 and 45 getting that high school diploma. So opens up some doors. Page 7. Yearly impact, about 92 individuals that are served. That's 32 women, 38 men. Those are both through housing, and then 22 others that attended life skills. So, so our programs impact 92 individuals per year, and according to the numbers, about 230 children per year. So, because we know 72% of them have minor, when I say children, I mean still minors, right? 72% of them have minor children. Next page is our life skill clinics, and you can just see there that we're addressing a variety of topics. Next page, on page 9, there is, serves our board for 2026. We added recently Suzanne Jan, who's got a lot of expertise in teaching life skills. Some of the other updates just from this year alone is at the men's house, we tore down a horrendously bad back porch, replaced that with a 16 by 16 foot mudroom, got all new soffit and fascia wrap, got all new replacement windows, 26 windows above ground, plus all new basement windows, revised the parking area, got that gravelled, graded, and parking stops, working towards paint, fixing a side porch, and I've got some electrical issues to deal with. It is constant on the men's side as far as the maintenance. So let's talk a little bit about Coffee County, what I've got specifically right now at this moment. At this moment, I have 18 residents. I have 4 that have ties to Coffee County. One is currently on bond supervision. He's been with us for 26 days. And I don't know where his cases go, but he's just getting started in that process. I have another that is currently on community corrections. He's been with us now for 41 days. He was not technically a resident from here. He was passing through on the interstate, moving from one state to another, spent some pretty good time in your county jail, and is now with us, and he's on probation. I have a female that's been with us for 5 months. She was from Burlington or lived here for quite some time, and actually this is where she caught her cases of distribution. And then I have another female that is currently on bond supervision, been with us for about 3 months, and has sentencing, I believe, in the next month. So, 2 men, 2 women currently have ties to Coffee County. That seems a little higher than normal, but it does ebb and flow. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. I wanted to also share with you our budget. I told you I've been killing trees, right?
Melissa, what's the average stay when you have someone that's enrolled in a program?
Our minimum length of stay is 90 days. Our max is about 18 months. What you'll find is a lot of turnover in that first month. Right. Meaning they come in and we go, wait a minute, this isn't going to work.
Right.
Or they come in and we're like, wait a minute, you're not really sincere about this. And so they choose to leave or relapse, whatever that looks like. Once they've settled in past that, probably 8 months. Okay, and what I tell them when they come in, the general rule of thumb is, it's 3 to 18 months. I want them to stay until they can look me in the eye and say, Melissa, I got this. And when they reach that point, that's probably when they've got that confidence level to move on. So, budget-wise, you'll see our projected revenue is about $136,000. One of the things that I've been working hot and heavy on is line item number 5, which is picking up my housing revenue, making sure people are paying rent, and a lot of that boils down to doing the homework and the legwork beforehand, which is the budgeting. Operational expenses, about $165,000. One of our main focuses for this year is, you'll see payroll's in there at 72. Here's where we're trying to go. I'm a busy girl, but probably a little too busy, right? So I now have an admin in my office for about 10 hours a week. I assume that'll probably go to 20 at some point. She's helping with some of the research. Right now she's been working on putting together a list of employers so that it makes it a little easier for them to get employed, list of food banks, got her working on banking, that sort of thing. Also have a grant writer that I'm working with currently to try to boost revenues. Hopefully early next year, perhaps towards the end of this year, I'm working on hiring somebody that would serve in the capacity of a peer mentor or a peer coach. 10 to 15 hours a week, one at the men's house, one at the women's house. Also in-house, I do have, at both houses, I have a primary and a secondary lead. So, and those are guys that maybe have 2 months clean, been there maybe 2 months or more, have some strong leadership abilities, have the ability to write somebody up for not doing the chores, right, which is pretty standard documentation. So, and what I want you to see probably more than anything when we look at this budget is how much of the budget is actually going straight into operations. Right? It's not spent in fundraising, it's not spent in admin. Obviously, you have to do a little bit, but there's our budget 2026.
This represents the 13 counties, is that correct?
Huh?
You service 13 counties.
We actually have 10 counties that are now in our core service area.
Okay.
Lyon and surrounding, plus Marion, Woodson, and Franklin. So 10 counties. More than anything, I'm looking for the right people rather than what county they're from. But I've got solid relationships with 10 of those county jails. Need to work on that. I'm also working towards presentations for corrections teams. I'll do Lyon County, which is 5th Judicial District. I've been to Franklin County, which is Franklin, Osage, and Coffee, so that all the corrections officers are familiar. And then, obviously, County Commission. So, questions, thoughts, before I jump into the next part?
These houses that you have, you guys own them?
Women's house is rented, and men's house is owned. Women's house is I think they call it a split bi-level ranch. And that one's rented for $1,400 a month. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It probably needs to be replaced because it just feels really condensed and tight. Men's house is, I believe it was built in 1902 or 1905. Sizable 2-story. We've got a front room, kind of a little computer room, a dining room, a family room, kitchen on the ground floor, plus a full bath. Rooms just feel nice and spacious, you know, nice tall ceilings, and they're just sizable. Upstairs at that house, there are 5 bedrooms. Each of our house lead gets a single bedroom, and those bedrooms are pretty small. And then I've got a double, and then I've got 2 triples. So what I just handed you there is a little bit of, this was pulled from the internet as far as what your budget or what you may have in special alcohol funds. Coming up next, how am I doing on killing papers, or killing trees?
Very well.
Okay, up next is special alcohol, and what I want to talk about, that's where you guys have funded us in the past. Special alcohol funds, just a refresher, and I've highlighted some data there. We don't have a city over 6,000, so special alcohol funds is when you go buy liquor by the drink at the bar, not liquor from the liquor store, right? It's got to be liquor by the drink. When you go purchase that drink, there's tax added on it. Tax goes off to the state. The state then sends some of that back to the county. When it comes back into the county, your rules and regulations are 1/3 of that goes into the general fund, 1/3 goes into special parks and rec, and 1/3 goes into the special alcohol fund. Page 2, you'll see that money should be expended from the special alcohol fund for the purchase, establishment, maintenance, or expansion of services or programs whose principal purpose is alcoholism and drug abuse, and education, alcohol and drug detox, intervention, etc., etc. So, we are a prime candidate for where that fund should go. I know you guys have supported us in the past. What I'd love to see is maybe, if it's possible, some kind of a commitment of this is what we're looking at year after year, so that I can build that team. And then, let me see what else I had. So that's what I'm asking for, is an allocation out of special alcohol funds. As you know, I'll be going to 9 other county commissions to talk with them about this. Coffee County is definitely one of the counties that's probably more active with us. Your probation staff, county attorney, defense attorneys and so forth are very familiar with us. I took a breath. Anybody have questions?
Your housing, is it located in Emporia, is that where they are?
Yeah, women's house is on the west side, men's house is central. So, but we do need to look at a different women's house at some point. It's just tight, it's just compact.
So I'm on the Kansas Workforce One board, or
Yeah.
chief elected official board. Now they've reorganized that, as you probably know, but I mean, they actually call it Kansas Workforce One now instead of Southeast
Okay.
Kansas. Because now they've taken the whole state basically and put it together, excepting for, I can't remember if there's 3 or 4, like Wichita, Kansas City, some areas that they made the zone of their own, but is there anything there that I can do to help you with? You're still able to work with them, okay, I guess.
Absolutely, and so I did, like the 2 gentlemen I just did goals with that were fresh and new. Both of them, I think one of them already had an appointment, had worked with them previously. The other had not worked with them. So they will have 2 things they need to do. Number 1 is develop that resume, right, while we're working on the ID behind the scenes. And then number 2 is both of them, one of them will be talking to them about career development. The other one said, well, I said, let's hold off on that, let's not overwhelm you. And I'll come back to them in a month and say, is that something you want to consider? So they are fabulous to work with. Nadia also has been, she switched to a different capacity, but she was one of our speakers at the clinic and was just excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Because since they've reorganized this, I was representing Coffee, Lyon, Greenwood, I think that was all of them. I can't remember now.
Right.
But now they can put, everybody can have a commissioner on that board if they want to. Every county can. So if any of these other counties,
Yeah, they,
have any want to get on there, I don't know.
they've been fabulous.
Just kind of oversee it anyhow, if anybody's interested.
Yeah, there is another program that's similar, which would be vocational rehab, which is through DCF. So they can either go one or the other.
Okay.
Do you know, did we allot funds last year?
Nope.
Or,
You did, I believe it was 2022.
well, 2025 is the figures that you
Yeah.
showed us.
In 2022, Coffee County did 15,000. And I'm pretty sure it's 2022, just from recollection.
But you were in last year.
Huh?
You were in last year,
Mhm.
were you not?
Wait, I was.
So what did we do last, I'm sorry.
We didn't, but we were in a pretty good place, right? Now as we're looking to expand, particularly on the team side, that's where I need some help. And people are expensive.
So we just need to look this year, see what kind of money's there in this special
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah,
Do you want me to look it up real quick?
yeah, please.
So operationally, things are going well though. I'm having to dig a little deeper and find my hard edge sometimes. But I got a board that's encouraging me to do that, so. I can be soft.
So what you're saying, you have to be a bad guy sometimes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I'm very good at that too when I have to be.
It's like last year, they're on the right line item, it was like $11,800.
Yeah, there's 11,427.
So, it's like there will be some money there this year, if we want to take that under consideration, I guess.
The sad part is that I've dealt with trying to help people in similar situations in my business, and they're pretty good at telling stories.
Manipulation is what we call that, sir. And yes, they are very good at manipulation. That's why you have to enforce boundaries hard and heavy.
Yeah.
And so it's always a challenge. I will tell you, before
Hats
I,
off to you is my point I'm trying to say. 'Cause
yeah,
I know how difficult it can be because I'm a pretty trusting person, and
trust but verify. Trust but verify, and ultimately, at the end of the day, I can do everything I'm supposed to do. Offer all the support that I can possibly, make sure they're in their drug and alcohol, right, make sure everything's being addressed. and they gotta want it.
That's right, they gotta do that.
And if they don't want it, you know, and I'll tell them, if you're really truly not ready for us, don't come, right? Don't waste this opportunity, because then you're gonna end up burning a bridge with us, and then when you are ready, you can't come.
Wasting resources for somebody else that is, too.
Yeah, and what my policy is on that, by the way, is, I will do a second time. I would, the 23-year-old male that we just brought in did not go well. He was only with us for 48 hours, but ultimately went off to rehab.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reach.
So, and since he went off to rehab, I'll consider it.
Well, hopefully that will end up being a success.
I'll tell you, he looked awful smiley last night, which is really good to see. And then I've had multiple requests for a third time. To date, I have never done a third time. That doesn't mean I won't, but, once may be enough if it, you know, depending on the circumstances, we'll look at a second time. But to date, I have not done a third time. And I think of one particular lady that was with us twice, and I bet she's reached out 15 times. You know, I gotta have some kind of indication that it's gonna go different than it did the last time.
Right. Something major at that point.
Yeah, I gotta see something, and just haven't seen it, so. But I do also have the philosophy of everybody deserves an interview, right? And that helps keep it so that decisions are made with multiple hands rather than just mine. So if at all possible, we'll set up an interview, and then that would include me, our house leads, and anybody from the house that wants to come, which is a great tool because they often know each other well, from past dealings and past use. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, I think what we'll do is, we'll take your request under advisement.
Okay.
We need to do a little more research on how much money we
Absolutely.
actually have in the special alcohol.
Absolutely. And she knows where to find me if you guys have any questions.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks so much.
Thanks for
All
coming
right.
in.
I didn't mean to talk for so long, but.
Keep up the good work,
Yeah, well,
okay?
good information.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How are you? Yeah, now you know.
Next on the agenda, Steve Lewis, Floyd Lewis Foundation.
I've got
How you doing?
5 copies here. I want to pass these around. Commissioner Shear. Most of you know me. I'm Steve Lewis. I'm president of the Floyd Lewis Foundation here in Coffee County. And we put on a golf tournament every year for funding for our foundation. The golf tournament and bingo are 2 main fundraising avenues that we have. And so that's the main reason I'm here today, is as another person standing up here asking you guys to pass out money. So, but I just thought I'd show you this little brochure to show you a little bit of what we're all about. We have 9 board members on our foundation, and we have one, except for New Strong, we have one in every community in Coffee County. And we kind of started out a little bit as a kind of a Burlington organization, but we wanted to spread out to Coffee County because we wanted to be representative of everybody here in Coffee County. We try to do a lot of things for veterans and education. As you can see, our mission statement is providing community support with emphasis on patriotism, compassion, and furthering education. We try to keep busy doing a lot of projects that we think will help the community and also help the students of Coffee County further their education. We put a very strong influence on veterans and patriotism as well. So, here our biggest, most recent project was our Graceland Cemetery project, which we put 62 flags out at Graceland Cemetery.
So you're the ones that put flags, the big flags up at the cemeteries, is that right?
The great big ones?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
The cemetery board did that.
Okay.
They were just one.
Okay.
That's just one in each cemetery. But we like I said, at Graceland, we put 62 flags out. In the front, we have 6 flags
Oh,
with
right.
all the academy flags below the American
I see.
flag, with Army, Navy, Air Force,
Right.
Marines, Space Force,
Right.
Coast Guards. And then we have others throughout the cemetery, totaling 62 total. We also put up flags at Gridley's Cemetery and Waverly Cemeteries as well. So that was our most recent large project. We have several others that we're looking at, but I just try to get through this fairly quick. I know you folks are very busy, as I see here, but you know, the community projects down there, you can see we've had our Christmas on Us and Rest Easy programs for families in need during the holiday season. We were kind of surprised when we found out how many families didn't have beds for their kids to sleep on. And so we kind of helped out with that and with Christmas presents for the families, kids who don't have much. And our Pay It Forward programs and discretionary funding allows the board of directors to allocate money each year, and that's there in the community part at the end, for good deeds and provide support for meaningful community projects. The education, we are usually always involved in the 21st Century After School program, Coffee County Reading Program. We've been pretty active in helping out the 4-H. Down at the fairgrounds, we put fans and speakers and everything else down there to help out the 4-H and help out with the livestock shows and things like that. And
I'm curious, on your scholarships, how are they, that's countywide, is that correct?
yes, it is.
And so the students have to apply for that, is that the
Yes.
way,
Yes.
I was just curious.
Yeah, we go to the counselors at each school in the county,
And
and we
then-
have them hand out applications that they can apply for the scholarships. And we now have a process where they can either do a written application or they can actually do a video and send a video to
I
us,
see.
because times have changed.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, but, yeah, and then we have an independent council, that goes through the applications and determines who they think are the best recipients. This year we had 4 in Burlington, we had 2 in Waverly, 2 in Lebo, and 1 in Southern Coffee. So, but one thing that I really, in the last, we started 2 years ago, this is our 3rd year, and we started putting a bigger emphasis on trade schools, trade jobs. So now we, as you see on the second page, we now present 8 $1,000 scholarships for Coffee County graduates who go to Flint Hills Tech School. And the Flint Hills Tech School personnel make the decision of who receives those scholarships based on who they think is hardworking, deserving, and in need. So anyway, we try to do, this is just kind of scratch the surface. We've done a lot more stuff, but just wanted to kind of give you a foundation of kind of what we do and what we support. And like I say, we've had donations for the golf tournament as much as $1,000, but as you can see down at the bottom, our sponsor levels of the gold sponsor, silver sponsor, and whole sponsor from 500, 250 to 100. And just thought stop by and present this to you folks and see if maybe you could help us out a little bit. So
Hats off to you and your family and all your people that are helping
with this program. You're obviously putting a lot of time and effort into helping people in our community.
Yeah, we're really proud of the people in our organization. I think we have a really solid group of people from every community.
You're doing a wonderful job. Thank you. I know Graceland Cemetery looked pretty impressive this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Last, it was
Yeah.
really nice.
That was kind of my dad served in the war. He's in the Pacific, and when he passed away, that was kind of my start. I just said I'm going to do something.
I was gonna ask, how long have you been doing this? How long is it?
2010 was when Dad passed away on December 27th, and then 2011
Is when you
when I started
yeah.
up. Yeah. And so the patriotism part for me is pretty big deal, and a lot of the ideas are spread out through all of our board members there and everything, but that one was mine. So every time I go by, just pretty cool.
Well, you picked quite a man to name your organization after. There's no question where he stood on the subject.
Well, he was very active with youth activities, which we try to be active as well in VFW and American Legion, all the community organizations. He served as mayor for 2 terms. He actually won mayor spot as a write-in candidate, which I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, he was quite the guy. I really enjoyed it.
And he kind of oversaw right or good or bad or right or wrong. He kind of went to New York and signed all the papers to get Wolf Creek going out here and everything. So, but
yeah, that took some thinking outside of the box to take on a project like that.
Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
No, thank you.
So, and Steve has visited with you before, or you received this?
I received an email from
Becky.
Yep. So there'll be something coming through to contribute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Using non-taxpayer funds.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right.
And we'd like to help everybody, but they've got money that they collected.
Absolutely.
Is available.
Yep. That'd be great. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Okay. Sheriff Tom Johnson, have you for several things. On the agenda, we have water softener invitation to bid and elevator service contract, but we also want to back up and ask you a question that we had in our miscellaneous motions, but I would like to wait till Todd gets back in here before you do
Todd
that.
had a question.
All right. Hopefully it was a quiet Memorial Day weekend.
Very quiet.
Yeah. Okay, the question we have is, it's concerning the motion we had regarding the Lake Patrol Coordinator promotion. I guess, what was your question, Todd? Well, basically why it was such a big jump.
Larry Bender retired,
Okay.
and so this guy is gonna take Larry's spot, and that's just the next level,
Okay.
from just,
I just saw that he was hired in August, and I didn't know what the situation was. And I thought it was, maybe you were stepping down and letting him step into your shoes.
it's coming close, it's coming, believe me.
So he's taking Larry's place, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry, yeah. He's, I'm not gonna say that he's a young man, because neither am I, but he's up on, his emails and computer stuff, where some of the older guys aren't that, and he's well qualified to do that, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We okay to move forward with the motion on that? I'd entertain a motion to authorize and direct the chairman to sign the Coffee County payroll notice for Ken Wayner, Lake Patrol Coordinator. Promotion, step change, grade change, wage classification from 10-3 to 25-1. Wage from $16.80 to $19.32, effective May 16, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
All seconds. So McCurry moved, Peterson seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, takes us into the, whatever you want to tackle first, the water softener or the elevator?
So as we spoke about, since I've been up here for the last 6 months, dealing with all this stuff, as we spoke about before, NEI is our recommendation that we go with. As we spoke about the last several commission meetings on their quality of work, their ability to do our yearly inspections, we feel that they're who we want to have here. I have the contracts here, as we'll talk about again, just to refresh everybody. It was $24.95 per year in this building to do the elevators here. And it is $6,400 to do the elevators in the new building. NEI is the ones that showed up when we had our interviews with the companies and seemed all qualified to do the work.
So the contract for your elevators at the law enforcement center, that's bi-monthly?
Well, we can pay them bi-monthly, I guess the question you're asking, pay, or are they coming here to work on?
Provide bi-monthly services, how's that? They'll visit.
They'll come here bi-monthly and do inspections, service, maintenance, and everything.
And that's for the law enforcement center, then the
That's correct.
courthouse is quarterly.
The courthouse is quarterly, that's correct.
So they're what they're.
Yeah. Just do the new and everything newfangled on the news is what.
Okay.
And they're on call for us, we have a breakdown.
Unfortunately, they are, sir. We don't want to do that if we don't have to, because it's that $400 an hour, for them to come out just like everybody else. But, if Wade gets locked in the elevator, we can all decide whether we want to get him out now, or whether we want to wait till Monday. Yeah.
How many Mondays?
Yeah. But no, we've been told that the elevator service is the best paying job in the state. And obviously it is if they're getting paid that much. But this service does this fee is them do all of our maintenance, do our yearly inspections and everything else. But if we have to call them out on the weekends because it's smoky and there's something wrong with it, that's what it's going to cost us. And so hopefully this maintenance program they come to, we'll never have that issue. But there is that cost.
So Wade, did you look at these contracts? Just reading in there about them talking about their liability, and maybe it was just explaining their basic, it stated something to the effect that they were only liable if they were grossly negligent, or I can't remember what the wording was, but I mean, they'd still be liable if something obviously bad happened, to whatever extent that got determined at that time. You were okay with that wording, I guess, as all of us.
It's boilerplate language. I think being in the elevator line of work, they're covering themselves, but at the same time, if it's grossly negligent, then
Yeah.
I would recommend you only sign off on the one for the new building, and we're still working out the details on this building.
Okay.
You have to have something in place by June 1st on the new building.
Okay, any other discussion? Not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the preventative maintenance agreement between MEI Total Elevator Solutions and Coffee County Law Enforcement Center dated April 23rd, 2026, to provide bi-monthly, in parentheses, 6 visits, bi-monthly services on 2 elevators located at 625 Neosho Street in the amount of $6,400 a year, payable on the following frequency, and it says $1,066.67 every other month.
I'll move that.
I'll second it. Okay, Avondroth moved. I'm sorry, who seconded?
Parker.
Parker seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0. And we're gonna put the courthouse motion on hold again, right?
Yes.
So we'll table that.
Thanks, sir.
All right, thank you.
The next thing is the, water softener. I reached out to Joe Seymour from River City, and he set up a invitation to bid. And the bid forms and everything on the specs. So I'll give those to you, Mark, whoever needs those.
Okay.
So we can get those, if you so motion and agree to get that bid put out, advertised, and everything needs to be done so we can get that system started and up and going.
Says here, Tom, you got bids will be received until June 9th,
He put that in there because he didn't know when, that can be
adjusted.
adjusted, yes, he just put that in there to send to me.
Seems pretty minimal time-wise.
Yeah, he just put that in thinking we would be here before now,
Okay.
so. That just
Make
needs-
sure there's enough time.
Yeah, that just needs to be, covered up or,
Modified?
yeah.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion based upon a recommendation of the sheriff to approve the request for authorization to solicit sealed bids for the Quadplex Water Softening System Project. Funds to be paid from, well, I guess, do you want where the funds are gonna be paid from on this?
I don't know, do you want that done yet, or do you wanna wait?
We're just gonna request a solicit bids, we don't need to,
Probably
Okay.
wouldn't need to be in this motion.
Yeah. so we'll remove the fund there. Okay.
I'll move.
Motion.
Second.
Thompson moved, McCurry seconded. Any other discussion?
Tom, when we had our big discussion on it, has the city flushed the lines like we asked them, or they're gonna wait till this is done?
I think they're gonna wait until they get the lines broke and then flush.
Do it at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Advertisement, invitations, they usually, they have 3
okay.
for publication. Did you say you could modify that?
The bid date?
the invitation to bid.
Well, yeah, he sent it to me in an email, I think I can forward it to you.
Okay, because usually on the invitation to bid, there's mine and Wade's signatures, and then we publish it in the paper. Does it need to be published in the paper?
That's, I would assume
I
it would
think
be,
so,
yeah.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we probably need to send it to Ron so it can be put on whatever that bid place is on the county website as well.
We need to decide on a date, we want a deadline. Is that, you
Yeah.
know?
Need
I
to,
think it will. Like Mike pointed out.
Okay, so we got the motion to approve the request to authorize it. So basically, we pass this, and then you can work out what it needs to look like to be published, right? And then,
you'll want to have, when they'll be opened and reviewed, want to have it in a open meeting so you can then select, so it's open and transparent.
Yeah.
how many times do we have to publish this? Two times or 3 times?
I think,
So we could open it the 22nd, June 22nd?
I was thinking cutoff date, June 19th on a Friday, and then open them on the 22nd, that following Monday.
any specific time?
10 a.m.
I have already an appointment at 10, I could do 9:30.
You're talking about the cutoff time? Or-
Opening, bid opening.
Oh, bid opening?
Whatever fits into the agenda.
I'll put 9:30.
9:30, okay. And the deadline for bid submissions?
5 p.m. June 19th.
We are, yeah, we're open on, it's a holiday, but
Yeah,
we're open, right?
yeah. Do you want to write that on there and we can notify them?
Yeah.
June 19th.
Bids will be received.
Good, look at you all day, man.
It's a no-win deal, Tom.
Pardon me?
This is a no-win deal here.
Correct.
Okay, so they'll be received until June 9th at 10 a.m., at which time bids will be publicly open and read aloud. So, do you want it that Monday to be accepted until 9:30 or 9:15, and then?
You said Friday at 5 p.m.
Right.
Accept them to that date and then open them on the
Open
Monday,
okay.
right? I'm sorry,
Correct.
well, the words in your mouth, but.
That's correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Bids will be publicly open and read aloud on Monday,
June 22nd.
June 22nd.
9:30.
All right.
On Friday.
Do you want to step back to make changes, or do you want to put it to me and I'll put it on there?
You should have it, I sent it to you, to get all this stuff.
So you and Wade can work that out?
Yeah, we'll fix it.
We'll put it in.
Did you send it to me again, let me know.
No, I'm sure you did,
But it may be a PDF, you can't get it to, if you need a Word document.
yeah.
I think that's what you sent it to me as.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
Thank you again, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Getting closer maybe to making it happen.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be done.
Okay, we're running a little bit behind here, but.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
I just did a search and I don't have anything.
I sent it to Casey so she could have it for all the commissioners.
Okay, so I can get it from her.
So that's where I sent it, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
that's okay.
Yeah.
We also have Tom down for an executive session. You guys need a break, or we can move through the second session. This is regarding insurance matters. Are we talking property insurance, health insurance?
Health insurance, individual employee, I guess some employees that would have some questions answered.
Employees, you say plural?
Yes.
Okay, so health. We're self-funded. Who handles that? You and Casey?
We need Casey.
How many minutes?
Pardon me?
We need Casey in with us.
How many minutes do you need, do you think?
This shouldn't take very long. I'd just like you to give me some clarification on some things.
What, 10, 15?
15 minutes, I would think, would be fine.
I think it has to do with health insurance matters and what
It does.
I'd include Angie, Casey, Wade, Tom, and commissioners.
So if you mentioned employees, if it's non-elected personnel, it's one employee.
So we'll just talk about one employee.
My understanding is there's a conversation that needs to occur regarding an employee. And it has to do with,
Okay, so, okay.
You're waiting there.
We're working on the motion.
Sorry, I would have had this ready already, if you didn't know. Paper and then. Okay, I think it's ready now.
Okay. To entertain a motion to enter into executive session for 15 minutes to include each of the commissioners, County Councilor Wade Bowie, Sheriff Tom, the second, Sheriff Tom Johnson, County Clerk Angie Kirschner, and Payroll Benefits Coordinator Casey Parise, regarding personnel matters of non-elected personnel of an employee, regarding health insurance under the Kansas Open Meetings Act, KSA 75-4319B1, to resume in the commission chambers at 10:30.
I'll make that motion.
Second it. McCurry moved, Appendraw seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
What, Sean?
Yeah. Okay, it's 10:30, we're back in session and yes, we're back in session. As soon as we get one more. Get one more. Oh, there we go. We're in. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll have Coffee County Airport Darren 2027 budget requests.
Before we do that, though, no action.
Oh, yeah, no action following that executive session. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know
Yes, yes, I do.
Did you have a copy for Angie?
For one?
Okay. Did not see.
Yeah, I've got it on my,
Thank you.
my calendar,
Betcha.
so I won't, not to do this, yeah.
All right, guys, I watched a couple of the others that presented. I guess maybe I'm a little shorter on information than some, but anyway, our budget request, pretty much we have to go off of history. It's hard for me to speculate, you know, what the sales are gonna be into the next year. A lot of it hinges on moisture, you know. In the springtime, 1 month for us with ag plane spraying can be a $50,000 swing on reimbursements, so anyway, personnel services for 2027, I bumped it to $350. Contractual, I put it 175, which is outside work. Commodities 260, like I said, it goes back with our history. Capital outlay, I have it 130, and feel free to stop me anywhere in here. So basically, I'm asking for the same as last year, 300, with reimbursements at 615. You see in 2025, our actual reimbursements were 948, but that was due to timing of federal grants that we received. We had paid for some of that in 24, received the grants in 25, so it inflates it quite a bit. Second page, future capital expenditures. The only thing we have on the horizon, we're setting pretty good. In 21, we replaced the runway. Year before last, and in 25, yeah, we rehabbed the parallel taxiway, so it's all good. We are sitting really good. We done our lights when we done the runway. So in 2030, that's estimated to be a $700,000 project, which the next page, our 5-year capital improvement program, shows that. The county's portion would be $70,000 in 2030, but we'll move on to how I anticipate paying for that. So the next page is year ended 2025. This is the audit report from the auditors. If you go down to the bottom, receipts over and under expenditures, in 25 we show an excess of $224,996. Again, that is timing of receiving our federal funds from the year before. But also prior year actual, I have it underlined in black, shows us in a $45,000 negative. If you go to the next page, that is 2023 year ending, shows us $145,000 in the negative. So it makes up, it catches up. When we get back to our next page, you'll see the nest egg we have to cover these losses, and also to the last page, I just screenshotted and took a picture of our accounts. That way, you know what they are. It just shows our petty cash account, our now account, and our money market. Money market's a little less right now because I just ordered jet fuel and avgas, a load of each 8,000 gallons. So it's significant, but that's all reimbursable. It will come back up. So that 503,000, when I talk about in 2030, the $700,000 project, which is federal grant, 95%, this money is to use for them matching grants. And so we actually this year got approved, or tentatively approved, for a $600,000 grant from the FAA for 2026. Doesn't show on our budget because they release them in the fall. So it would take, we're positive for this, move forward. So we are moving forward in hopes that they release the funds here, $600,000, $60,000 match. I'm also going to apply for a Build Kansas fund, which will lower our match to $15,000, $20,000. So that's all will be out for $600,000 project. So really trying to do all this work and improvements with as many funds as we can from the federal government for the state. So I'm not very good at presenting this stuff, so any questions, shoot them to me.
Doing fine.
You did good, yeah.
Shoot them to me.
You did good.
Like I said, we're sitting on a nest egg. I feel comfortable with if we're short, long, on our personal services. I didn't raise it much because we don't have summer help right now. We usually get some summer help in the shop. We don't. So, but nothing we can't cover with what we have. So.
I'm curious, is McElwain still flying out of, is he?
Yep.
Are they?
Yep. They've done some work this year. It's been a little slow, but
Right.
keep getting this moisture and other business. We've seen a downturn, but the ag spraying is a huge deal for us for 60 days out of the year.
Huge. Slower this year.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
So let's see, you've got Hample oil on here, I assume nobody local does after you.
No. At one point, we were with a company out of Garnett, but Hample Oil is just a big distributor. They have to be a branded Phillips 66 distributor, and Hample is, so.
They're good to work with.
Yeah, we've got along good with them.
Things look nice out there going off from what's just
Yeah, it does. Looks good.
Yeah.
And I was also gonna tell you guys, I don't know if you had any plans for that, but in 2026, I did before season, with the time period, did make an addendum to the pasturing contract, so that on the north end is open. You I've heard somebody mention maybe hay in or something, so.
Yeah.
It is open. I had
Okay.
done the addendum early this year, I guess, before the
Yeah.
notification time period.
See no reason we shouldn't, should we, if we can get that done here?
Yeah, that's totally up to you guys. It is pretty rough, but
Yeah. But,
somebody might take some hay
yeah.
too, so be a little cash there.
It's just choppy though, is it, the ground is?
Yeah, there's some low spots that are wet and just, total, I've always considered that 110 acres. There's, I guess, with the road and the other stuff that may be hard to get over, I'd say there's 60 acres, somewhere in there, that should be mowed, but terraces,
Yeah.
small.
Speed bumps.
Yeah, definitely. But,
So on a different topic, I know we talked, 2-3 meetings back about maybe putting some fencing up out there. Have you guys, and I think Ryan was involved, have you guys figured anything out yet as far as?
We met and just kind of went over exactly what we needed out there, gate or two. And so we're just moving forward, getting some pricing
Okay.
from some fence builders.
So you got a pretty good idea of what you want to fence off and, because I haven't heard any more, I just thought we'd bring it up.
Yep.
Good deal.
So we agreed to just go straight north, and Brian said the gate on the north would be hard to access the rest of it, so he suggested a gate on the west side.
Right.
Easy access for somebody that needed to get in there, so, yep. Like I said, I'm not very good at filling information, but ask me anything, I'll.
And we do have 2 positions open on the airport board still. And I know there's one that we talked about. I need to.
I had sent information to Andy, I think.
Okay.
Possibly Terry Williams.
I'm not sure on that one. Let me check.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, let me
Maybe I
just.
didn't.
We filled out an application, so.
She filled out an application.
Okay,
Oh,
awesome.
yep, okay, you just did.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Her husband Francis is a pilot, they use her in airplane. She just finished her life back. They were both there flying this morning, using her airplane, so.
We'll see if we can't schedule an interview some next week or so.
Sure.
Any other prospects?
I do. Question, we have a young man that lives in New Strong, flies, but he helps us in the shop from time to time, maybe 6 or 8 hours a month. Possibly a conflict of interest, so he wants to keep working in the shop helping. He works for a gas company, and but he really loves aviation and younger guy. And he has an appreciation for aviation. He's the one that had a bad wreck about a year ago.
I have someone else to,
Okay.
to possibly ask to see if there's any interest.
We will take.
Any other questions for Derek?
If you have anything, email me, call me.
All right.
Answer anything.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Take care. Thanks. Have a great week. Ryan.
Appreciate it. My skill set, okay.
More contract documents, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Should be getting about the tail end of them for a while.
I've got them
so.
somewhere in my pile of papers.
All right, good morning.
Morning.
Pretty quiet weekend, no call outs. First motion I have is CP2 for Gabe Metcalf. It's basically, this is the completion of his probationary period. April step raises last month. He didn't receive that because he was in that probationary period. So now his 6 months is complete. So this would be the step increase that he would have gotten last month had he not been on probation.
Yep, I just found it. Entertain a motion to authorize and direct the chairman to sign the CP2 for Gabriel Metcalf, mechanic, highway, probationary period complete, step change, wage classification from 35-04 to 35-05, wage from $23.16 to $23.72, effective May 23rd, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
McCurry moved, Thompson seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
All right, thank you. Next motion is just authorizing to sign the contract documents with Kilo Construction for the hot mix project on 16th Road.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion to authorize and direct the chairman to sign contract documents with Kilo Construction for hot mix project number A2603-C. So moved.
Seconded.
Parker moved, Avendroff seconded. Any discussion?
We need to put amounts in there.
Well, we already approved this, right? This is just the
Correct. This is
contract
just-
documents.
Correct.
Yeah. So, any other discussion? All in favor, sigh.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
Thank you. Next one's the same thing for the asphalt project on 12th Road.
Okay, and entertain a motion to authorize and direct the chairman to sign contract documents with Kilo Construction for hot mix project number A2604-C.
So moved.
Second.
Avendroff moved, McCurry second. Any discussion?
And that goes 12th Road from
From Emmer to the golf course or the links.
Links. Okay.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to request an executive session for 10 minutes. Be for non-elected personnel, for the board, myself, and Wade, dealing with medical.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion to enter a 10-minute executive session to include each of the commissioners, Road and Bridge Superintendent Ryan Durst and Wade Bowie, second, to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel regarding medical under Kansas Open Meetings Act 75-4319 B1, to resume in the commission chambers at 10:58. Is this regarding health insurance at all, or is it?
No.
Okay, so.
I'll make that motion. Or did you? Tom?
Wade made the motion.
I wasn't very loud.
I'm sorry.
Wade, Thompson moved, McCurry second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0.
I was gonna say, I've even got my hearing aids in my ear.
I need to speak up, but I have.
It's 10:58, we're back in session. No action taken following that executive session. Do you have anything else, Ryan?
Yeah, just one quick thing, just a little discussion. Got a project out the landfill that we're looking at constructing some temporary fence. Basically, it's just for catching some trash around our open cell area. We've got a need for some fence posts. I found a guy at my Lebo, old fence builder, that has 75 to 100 old fence posts. They're $3 a piece, and I would like to purchase these, and they'll fit perfect out there for what we need. Yeah, they're metal posts, and they're anywhere from 5.5 to 6 feet long. But this is just a fence that we can put up just to help catch some of the blowing litter. Give us an area that trash will kind of stop there and give us a line that we can back up
So
beyond
it's
that.
like a 3 or 4 foot tall fence?
Yeah, I think it's 4.5 feet, just a woven.
Okay, just need something.
Yeah,
to be
woven
great.
type fence, yeah. But just to help with some litter control out there. So, kind of an oddball purchase, buying used stuff from an individual, but I thought the cost was $3 a post, pretty reasonable, better than buying new.
That doesn't bother.
Better than buying new, so. Yeah, that's, go ahead. All right, have a good week, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna wait just a few minutes, waiting on word from Wade here before we go into the 11 o'clock. Have like maybe 2 minutes. Or did you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'll take a minute here. So yeah, my name's Devin Pachalski. I'm with NextEra Energy Resources.
What was your name?
Devin Pachalski. I got cards too, so you don't have to try and spell it. I know you guys have the moratorium going on right now as you're going through comprehensive plans, but I took over the project internally, so just wanted to come out and say I'll kind of be the point of contact here, and got somebody poking around for a little bit more land, but that's really about it.
Okay.
And who are you with?
NextEra Energy Resources.
If you don't mind leaving some cards.
Yep.
Great.
There's
That's it, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Again, nothing too pressing right now. Just wanted to introduce myself. I'll probably be popping around a little bit more, but.
You do know we've got a moratorium on
Yep.
this.
I do. Yes.
And somebody's been poking around and I'm catching crap about it. We're trying to acquire more ground and they're upset that we have a moratorium on and people are out poking around trying to pick up more leases.
So I have sent somebody out I don't even think they've started going out yet. I just met with them last week too.
This is last week when I
Is
started
it?
picking up phone calls on it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you want to share their name, I'd be happy.
No, I'm not going to,
Okay.
because it's confidential and they're very upset though.
Okay. Good to know. If we hear anything, we'll try and handle that too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, thanks.
I'm gonna jump on a Zoom real quick.
Okay.
You have a couple other things you can do, then I'll come back.
Yeah, we have a few things to sign. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait just a few more minutes, Abby.
You're the intern.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which,
Can I get you guys to sign? Okay, so this is signature page of our HID that you passed 2 weeks ago. Jimmy needs 2 original signature pages to go with that resolution for it to be sent. And so,
What's that, 75 highway
Yeah.
development?
so you've already approved it, you've already signed the resolution. This is just extra original signature pages to be put with the resolution.
Everything that we need to Thursday, so we
Shorten the day.
Yes.
yeah, it's gonna read.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Why would you need this?
This is house insurance. That's fire.
Okay, connected.
Actually, I think it's 2 different fires.
It's a bunch that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sorry about that, I thought they.
No problem. I just thought they probably had
Okay.
the next step.
So this pump has nothing to do with that nuclear. I think that was TerraPower.
That's mine.
Terry,
Yes. So this completely.
This is so, it's just like, this company is just like, Hecate.
When they do transmission also, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Everything I've got will go into that. Yeah.
Okay. What was that for?
To perform by an AFC technician to troubleshoot lift station at, Jacobs Creek.
How much?
$21,225 from ours.
I believe we're looking for somebody else to do that. So that's
What was put in for float switches was $385.
Station 8 head-on collision. I wonder where that's at.
Both are south now.
Head-on collision, Station 8, Armstrong.
Well, this,
It says First and Highway 58.
First and Highway 58.
Well, they can't be First and Highway 58, they're in parallel to each other.
Yeah.
No, if it is, it's not Station 8 there.
B5.
Yeah, B5 and 4.
Other than June Andrews.
And it's a 58.
Yeah. Probably want to finish up with the access road up there on the probably off phase two.
Phase one.
Yeah, well, here we go.
I never saw details, I just saw the check.
It must just be the finish up of, because I think the balance on
think for phase one. We need to, is there somebody that can explain this about $1,200 for an hour worth of work?
This is coming out of the lift station at Jacobs Creek. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I can check with Ryan, 'cause he, I think, works with her.
Maybe we should explore if there's somebody different. I
Okay.
realize it's a service call and everything.
Sure.
Sounds really high.
Highway 75, Highway 100, so it'll be south of.
Station 31.
Highway, that's Station 8. Is that the new base?
No, they got Burlington and New Strong stations responding to it, so, and then city PD's been. I sent the kid a message to see where it was. Apparently on the answer.
Could be, well, three is involved there.
Yeah. How do you get ahead on the Brooklyn going southbound? I'm not sure. There's some 58, isn't County Line Highway.
Do,
What County Line Highway?
yes.
Is there a tower down there? Is that the address of that tower? That pinged off of?
Tower would be in Leroy. But First Road and Highway 58, that would be,
They don't intersect.
They don't intersect.
well, the road intersect.
Yeah. Look at 58's called Bridget. Both go east and west. Everything at 58 and 75. And then to Leroy. Yeah.
So that,
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Brad Jones, car was dirty, washed it.
That sounds like
It does.
well, that is
Brad Jones, oh, says car was dirty, washed it.
actual.
We're still in county
All right.
There's a picture of the car, obviously.
Dirty clerk.
So I have Kenny, and he said it was during a rainstorm, and he said it was an emergency because they had to put in 2 new floats, and Road and Bridge were having to go out like every so often to manually do something with the floats to make it happen, yeah. So. I said, well,
I'm in the wrong profession.
Professional trip loader.
Yeah.
See that? Oh, yes.
It is.
Appreciate it. Check that one out. Stop.
That's what you choose to do. Sweet, I'll wait for
you need to sign all these though.
Oh, that's the number.
You're not done.
You didn't have to remind me.
Where at? That's the old one file. I just.
I'm not sorry.
Out of the first one.
Yeah, that must have,
She didn't know what she's talking about.
that's been stopped a long time ago.
I'm sorry.
That was stopped a long time ago.
Okay.
So I gave the personnel addresses that.
So as you say, that was stopped a long time ago.
Should have been.
Yeah, it was, because I remember, I was one, we all did it, and mine was a big issue because of the situation of people back then.
Yeah.
And so they said nobody would do it anymore. So, I do.
So that's already been,
Right.
that was addressed
Yeah.
some time ago.
So just don't sign it or tell me to void it and talk to the department head and
Yeah, that's,
Well, I signed the check.
I can get it. Hey, Ryan, can you answer the question on, the lift station, the street?
she said it had been stopped a long time ago, that it,
When I would do that at school, I paid for that pocket.
that's, apparently at one time, Todd, it was a practice, and then I don't know when, but it was decided.
For AFC, well, can you set
It
up
was
an
stopped.
emergency purchase? Yeah, it was like $1,200 for labor. Okay.
Who is it to?
I got you.
from this lift station to Jacob Street.
Yes.
Is it that one?
Yeah, it was $1,225, Ryan, for 1 hour.
I believe that's right.
$1,225 for an hour's work.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I get the details on that.
Yeah, we'd like those details. That's
Sure,
ridiculous.
absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it Connie's?
Yes.
Okay.
What's in
Well, she should just check back it today.
Hmm?
She should write a check to them, and we'll put in with ours, somebody else.
Yeah, 'cause that's
We
not.
don't do that.
She is? She knows she's gonna reimburse it.
Fix and find out.
I'm not signing it.
So what is this?
Or you can have her write the check back to the county for that amount.
What's new?
Oh, the appraisal foundation, that's it. Probably some sort of.
So did she use her own personal credit card?
No. That's probably the, probably, yeah, probably there.
I didn't see it on the credit cards, didn't it?
Well, she probably has a credit card in that department too. Like I have one, like people have one, just a couple of them. Because she might have used her.
The ones that showed up in the statement, in the credit card?
Well, you don't have the full statement. You've got.
I believe you, I just.
I don't know where.
We're not arguing.
No, I.
We're just looking for facts, you know?
I don't know where the rest of it is.
Just the facts, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know where the rest of it is, that's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
So you just have to figure out what you're gonna do.
What we can reimburse for it.
Well, you, I don't know. What's the total?
There's two, there's one for flowers and there was a meal also.
Do you want me to call it out?
Which one spent it?
Well, it seems.
I don't know which assistant got flowers. Was this the
And
No.
this-
Well, there was one for all of them.
Yeah, it's
On that.
a-
It looks like 5 of them. Yeah.
And we don't do
And then we took them out front.
No, we didn't.
No, of course, you,
So whatever, you just tell me what you want me to do?
Well, I would say if it's been stopped in the past, then it probably needs to
She
stay
has
that way.
to be.
Oh, good. Employee manual up.
So on that, Jenkins Creek, so that was an emergency repair on the lift station. It was on a weekend. The company had to come down and do an emergency repair out of Kansas City. We were having to, it was on the verge of having the sewage just shoot up through the top. We were having to be out there manually taking care of it every hour. So that was, that was the company that come down, and that was, what it took to get that fixed.
Is there another company we can look at? Cause
That's
that's a lot.
That's the company that we've dealt with for 10 years on stuff, and emergency after hours is what it is. That's the travel time to get down here and do the work and go back, so that's.
And that was on the weekend, you said?
Yeah, it was, yes. So, it's one of the deals,
it had to be done, I understand.
Yeah, that's.
Brian, I'm not after you, it's just, we're getting ordained on things like that, and that is substantial. If they have another thing, we're gonna get gained another $1,200.
Yeah, we've dealt with this company for the life, the life that we've had out there, and, this is the first emergency fix that I've been involved with. Typically the pumps start getting weak, and you schedule times to get the pump replaced and stuff like that, but, so, any other questions on that, or?
It's fixed now.
Oh, yeah, it had to be fixed.
Right, but did they have to put parts in, or?
There was I think a float, and.
There was 3 floats that were $85 a piece.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for you to come down here.
No, that's okay. I was passing by. Like I say, I didn't know they sent that bill directly here. They hadn't come to the office. That's why, I knew that bill was coming, but, yeah, I know the Jenkins Creek Sewer Fund that we have for work like that is there to, for the maintenance of the lines and stuff out there, so. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
for coming in. Thanks, Brian. Okay, Wade, you're back. So we sign 2 more pages here.
He was here.
Was I was going to tell my way superior.
He just took a phone call.
He did.
This one's no good.
Pardon?
This has been printed. I'm going to check that.
Friday. You 2 are the interns, right, for Wade. See, I have you stuck around to the bitter end. I figured he was gonna introduce you all to us, but, probably eventually will.
That it?
Of course, Kane, you've been here before.
You were here last year, weren't you?
How did they come up, what was the total of that whole ticket, was it flowers, log cabin?
223 or something, the whole thing.
223. Well, while we're waiting on Wade, we could talk to his interns real quick.
Self-introduce yourselves.
No, she did a great.
I think normally he would have you guys introduce yourselves to us and then tell us just a little bit about yourself and what you're doing, where you're going to school, and stuff like that. Who wants to start?
Hi guys, Kane Caleb back from last summer. I got one more semester at K-State. I take the LSAT next week, so after I finish at K-State, I want to go to law school next fall.
And where about that?
Kind of looking at Texas Tech right now.
Oh.
And this is the second year you've been an intern.
Thank you guys for giving me the chance again this summer.
Sure. Okay. All right.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Davenport. I'm from Osage City, and I'm going to Fort Hays to get my paralegal certificate. I'm going to be a junior next semester.
So, what interested you in doing this internship this summer?
If you guys remember Gracie Smith from last year, I went to school with her, so she told me about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted to get more knowledge about the law school and everything. So.
Okay. Awesome. Well, welcome. Good. We already got to introduce
yourselves.
But we'll, let's go ahead, we have an interview for a candidate for IT director.
Or should I just say candidate?
I mean, we have is it okay to put his name in or just do an internal interview?
I think it's pretty,
What's that?
I think it's pretty obvious at this point.
Okay.
It's whole camera.
I would entertain a motion to enter into a 15-minute executive session to include each of the commissioners, Adam Carver and Wade, and County Councilor Wade Bowie, the second, for an interview for the Information Technology Director position. Under the Kansas Open Meetings Act, KSA 75-4319E1, to resume in the County Commission Chambers at 11:52.
We need a
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
I
think we're all thinking about other things right now.
Thompson seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay, it passes 5-0.
Turn the switches on and
Right, it's 11:52. We're back in open session. And no action at this time from that executive session. Okay, we still have a couple miscellaneous motions we did not get to. And that just so happens to be concerning Wade's interns. I would entertain a motion to authorize and direct the chairman to sign the Coffee County payroll notice for Lindsay Davenport, County Attorney Summer Intern, new hire, wage classification 5-1, wage $15.96, hours not to exceed 1,000, effective May 26, 2026.
I'll second that.
Curry moved, Thompson second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Passes 5-0. I entertain a motion to authorize and direct the chairman to sign the Coffee County payroll notice for Kane Truelove, county attorney, summer intern, rehire, wage classification 5-2, wage $16.25, hours not to exceed 1,000, effective May 26, 2026.
So moved. Second.
Parker moved, Avondale second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
They opposed? Passes 5-0. Guys are official then. Oh. That's gonna sign this. Okay. Did we get all our motions taken care of?
Yes, oh, well, you tabled the one, but that's, I don't think you can do that one yet anyway.
Oh, yeah, on the elevator.
Yeah.
Do a round table real quick. Wade, do you have anything for round table today?
Couple things, number one, the summer interns, I'm doing something a little different this year that I've not done in the past. I'm partnering with the sheriff's office, and there's gonna be modules, so they're gonna spend time with dispatch, they're gonna spend time with patrol, they're gonna spend time in the jail, and a couple other components. That way they see full circle from start to end. For example, dispatch, how important that communication is from the beginning, whether it be a 911 call or they're sort of what I call dispatch, is that they're the guardian angels for everybody, whether it be law enforcement, EMS, fire, whoever it is. They tell you where you need to be and the communication between everybody. So they're going to sit and see why that's important, and then it'll come full circle. So appreciate the sheriff and his staff being willing to entertain that. And just so you know, part of what's required to be an intern is you have to sign a packet, but that packet talks about the confidentiality, and basically they're working under my law license, so the same thing with the staff in my office as well. So they're also going to be immersed in the court experience and then this side, so they can kind of see if they want to go to law school or they want to go into the law, what area they want to go into. And it's pretty immersive. So if you can think of anything that from a county government standpoint that might be beneficial for them to hang out and witness or see, let me know, because I want it to be as immersive as possible. As you're aware, we're running on 2 custodians right now. The last go-round, prior to hiring one of the more recent custodians, there were 2 people that stood out at that time. I called the second person to see if they were still interested in the position, and they were set up a follow-up interview and have offered that individual the position. They've accepted it, so they'll be starting on June 8th, and that will help accelerate that timeline, because otherwise we're looking at a month to a month and a half down the road, and that is not fair to the 2 that are covering what they did. The individual is well qualified, well suited for the position, and then I went ahead and made that decision. We've gone through the process before, so we'll set up a pre-employment drug test and they'll have to go through a background check. I'm not concerned about any of those things. So June 8th, you'll have a new hire notice and they'll be brought on board. They've agreed to work a split shift, part in the morning, part in the afternoon, and that actually fills a void that we have right now for coverage. So last thing is, and I don't do this because this is what I want to do, but I somehow was not thinking straight at the time, or I don't know. I need to bump our road closing to a different day.
When was it set?
June 15th originally, right?
Yep. There's a notice and some paperwork that somehow I was working on too many things at one time, and I've always told you if I miss something, I'll fully own it, and I missed that. So it's my fault. We could bump it to the first part of July so I can get the right notices out. That would be my request.
To the 6th?
To the 6th, and if the 6th, the only thing about the 6th would be, I don't know, some people take off and take long holidays because it's Friday the 3rd and the 4th. I don't know if that's a thing.
Do you want to just talk with all those that are involved and get back to us instead of Dave?
I can't.
I mean, whatever works for them, we can do it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I was gonna suggest the 13th, but.
I will
13th sounds good to me. Is there any other days where we might be signing warrants and vouchers?
This Thursday.
Well, yeah, but
You mean later?
later. Like,
We haven't gone over any more. We need to discuss probably scheduling some more for the rest of this year.
Checks and vouchers.
I mean, like June.
June, you would probably sign, you could sign the 26th, but I think we could do the 29th.
You mean 25th?
29th of June.
You think we could do 29th?
I think you could, yeah.
I thought we'd already had that
That's
scheduled.
what I'm going
Oh, we do have that one, okay,
We
but I
do.
don't think we have July, August.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the one
I just got it in my book.
And I've got on my calendar.
I'm just thinking if we did it on another day, like we did warrants and vouchers, say on the 25th or 26th, and we'll also do the road meeting. But we don't have to do that. We can leave it on the 29th first.
This is July 13th. At 1 o'clock still.
Yes. So plan on road viewing July 13th, 1 o'clock.
That would be to meet here and then take the show on the road.
Okay. Anything else?
Not for today, thank you.
All right, Tom, do you have anything? I'm gonna yield to you about a meeting the other day, so, with the housing authority
yes.
meeting, and she's gonna be presenting budget next week, and we'll probably just have that on the agenda to discuss housing authority further. Okay. Wait.
I don't think so.
Mike?
Planning board meeting was the other night. They upheld Heidi's decision on the PFAL, however you want to describe them out there.
Agricultural use.
The agricultural use, so apparently it was allowed in that district, so the peacocks are all still present out there.
And the structure's expanding.
Yeah. phase 2 on the jail, are we still looking at the June 2nd potential finish date? Wade, have you heard him?
I think it's the middle of June. That's one of the calls I took Ron Strawder's working on things. I'd encourage you, if you haven't taken a tour, take a tour, take a look. I mean, it's coming together, looking good. Just now it's getting some of the final items in place.
Final details on it.
So I think it'll look, you'll be impressed.
Okay. Other than that, I died the fencing, but we talked to Ryan a little bit this morning about that, so that's pretty much all I got.
Last week, the 19th, I attended the East Kansas Council of the Aging at Ottawa in the morning, and then that evening I attended the ECAN meeting at Ottawa. And that's just part of my, I fit in well with the Council of the Aging. So anyway, that's all I have.
Okay, and wanted to discuss the hospital budget. There are special rules that go with the, well, there are statutes that address the hospital budget, right? Because I know we usually have to approve it ahead of time, but I never talked to you, Wade, and there, on Friday, I forgot to. But anyway.
That'll be sent back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to send it back, because you have 10 days, if I understand right, there's 10 days to approve it. And, I mean, we can send it back to have them revise it, but they requested the same tax support as they did the prior year, but because we didn't approve it within 10 days, basically just need to send it back to them, and then they just resubmit it.
Oh, sure.
And then they can resubmit it next Monday, and then we can either approve it next Monday or the following week if we have any questions.
While you're talking about that, we had Art in here, a couple of weeks ago, and, he offered that, anybody want to talk to him. I called and probably spent 30-45 minutes on the phone with him. I suggest you guys, there's some things that I was kind of blown away with that's going on down there, so you guys might want to visit with him a little bit.
It's on the hospital budget, we just need to send it back to them, right? And just,
It's one of the budgets, you have sort of this, specific statutory criteria you have to meet.
Right.
For some reason in my head it's 14 days, but it's 10.
well, and they have until June 1st to submit it, which they obviously submitted it plenty of time, so,
Do you want me to send an email or is Wade sending it? Or?
yeah, who typically would do that?
I'd say Angie as they turn in their budget request to Angie, so that way there's a trail in case auditors or somebody wants to come in.
I'll just send her an email and tell her that we're returning your budget due to the timeline, and then you can resubmit.
Yeah, and essentially.
And with that hospital thing, like Tom just brought up, I don't know if you guys have had any contact, but I was contacted about possibly reducing it to 7-member board up there instead of the 9 that's been requested.
Yeah. I was looking.
And in view of the difficulty of getting qualified candidates, I don't think that would be a bad idea.
I don't think it'd be a bad idea at all.
On the other hand of this, that board's supposed to be a cross-section of our community. And you don't have to be an accountant, you don't have to be a lawyer, you could be a farm worker. You could be somebody in physical labor that could be on that. We need representation of all those places on there, and I'm in favor of keeping it the way it is.
I don't disagree.
I am also.
We can just get people to participate. We need quality people on there too.
Well,
And
I think we've got plenty.
And it's a 9-member board now, they're 3-year terms, so you have 3 each year,
Each cycle.
so I think that's
I see what
good,
you
good to
mean
keep
there.
at 9 there.
Yeah, I didn't think of
If you,
that.
if you go 7, then you're gonna have some odd years in there.
I never thought about it that way.
And,
I like the idea of the diversification in there with different attitudes, different thoughts. It's,
Oh, I do too, but it's just, we just struggle so much with the positions is my concern, you know?
we got a lot of boards that have open positions.
That's my concern.
Yep, I agree.
we can discuss that further in the future,
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
know, I'm agreeable either way, I just like to,
And,
Yeah, I wish we had more people that was interested in.
and kind of a holdover from last week, has anybody given the thought, or the Recreations Commission's request for funding for just a portion of those lights at Kelly Park, the part that, I think they were requesting maybe some assistance on the part that benefits the county as far as the county fair and the stadium, that part. I mean, as far as the city and all that stuff, I don't think it's our place to do that, but where they
If I understand
they
right-
thought about the county and they made sure that the lighting was gonna benefit the stadium and whatever.
But they've already paid for it.
They have paid for it.
I can't remember the figures they
They
were.
were wanting $35,000, they wanted 10% of what they paid, they paid $350,000. Well, I think they were suggesting that, of course, they made the suggestion. They take anything that we would help with.
I couldn't remember the figures.
Said they were suggesting a $35,000.
Well, they suggested 10%, and it was $350,656, so.
Or that possibly we could pay it.
And then it was told
Installments.
somebody
Yeah,
has,
is that right?
that's a lot of money. And we've got budgets we're dealing with, too.
I would be more in favor of if we're directly affected the 4-H side of it, or that, I mean, it's been talked about helping the 4-H, with the building project, or not 4-H,
Fair board.
Fair board, I'm sorry. But as far as the lighting, I mean, the lighting is still in place, I mean, it's still in place where it always has been, is it not? I mean, that.
Well, they changed the direction of some of it for the stadium, they used different kinds of bulbs.
You go to like LEDs or something?
And it's an improvement as
Great
far as
improvement.
the cost to operate it would be a lot less than what it had been.
I guess my opinion right now is to hold off, but then,
Well, we can put it off another week and think about it. I think we can put it off till after budgets are done, so when we see where we're standing, because it's already paid for. We're just.
They're not waiting on the bill.
Yeah, they're not waiting on the
Putting their
bill.
account.
I'm kind of with Todd, I want to see where these budgets end up, before we,
Okay, Angie, do you have anything?
So signing Thursday, checks and vouchers, and on your budgets that you have, that we'll put in your budget book, if you guys would each write your name on yours, because we've been trying to decipher whose signature is whose, and.
You've been doing that.
Huh?
I've already been doing that.
Okay, good job. But anyway, it just helps us, that way you're getting yours if you've made notes, and so. That's all I have, I think.
Okay. Anything else? We will recess at 12:13 until 9 a.m. Thursday morning to review and sign warrants and vouchers.
very good.